So I impulsively got about $30 worth of yarn that I've been seeing everyone use for Betty McKnit's 6-Day Star blanket. I've been in such a blanket mood lately, and the colors, they just seem so pretty. I have all the time in the world this weekend. It is the 8th of March, so we're gonna see if I can turn the 6-Day Star blanket into a 2-day blanket. I'm very excited to use these colors, and it is so soft. I've never made a blanket before, so we'll see how this turns out. I bought this yarn and a 6mm hook with me while I was on my way to Seattle where I first started it, and it was there when I saw that the blanket started to curl. I thought it'd be okay, except it kept curling. I ended up buying a 6.5mm hook while in a yarn shop in Seattle. I debated if I want to undo the past 3 to 4 hours worth of work that I put into this so far, but I'm thinking if I just switch to the 6mm hook now, it should be okay, but we'll see how it turns out. So, it is midnight. I've been crocheting probably for the past 4 to 5 hours. I am exhausted, but we have finished the first cake, the gradient. It looks great. I am only now starting to realize how much work a blanket is because my entire body hurts. My shoulders, my wrist. I don't think I should try to finish the 2 cakes that I have left over the weekend because I might break my joints in the process. We're going to do as much as we can, but it's coming along. And it only took about 8.5 hours. Oh boy, huh? 8 times 3, 24, 25-ish hours. It's getting kind of repetitive. Some of the rows aren't the most fun to do because it's just a full single crochet row. I guess that's just the ways of a blanket. There's no getting around how tedious a blanket can be because that's just how big they are. That's gonna be it for day 1, technically 2, but let's call it day 1 of the blanket. I'm continuing my next ball from here. But now we have a problem. I only really like to pull my yarn from the center. And you see the white portion? It ain't at the center. This was inevitable, really. Pulling from the outside string of a cake is just so much more painful than using the inside where you can just pull from the center and it just comes to you, plus no cake rolling around. Over the next couple of days, I kept hacking away at it, though I didn't realize each row would take me 20 to 30 minutes long, and I know it's only going to get worse from here. Row counter was doing a banger of a job though, keeping me on track with my timing and row count. I'd be entirely lost without it. Even then, I still messed up my rows. So it just dawned on me that I haven't been paying attention to the pattern for the past maybe 20 minutes or so, and what is supposed to be a hole in the row, kind of like this, I've missed for maybe the past this dip and this dip and this dip. And this is where I left off, but now I have to frog maybe 300 stitches or so. And so comes the frogging. Though, at the rate that I was going, it was not easy on my hands or shoulders. I had to take more breaks than I expected, so I ended up rounding out my hook with a ball of yarn. But at least I knew I was making some progress. I can feel it. Tonight's the night that I'm gonna finally finish this blanket. I'm about 22 hours in. I have about this much left of the yarn left, and the blanket is very, very big, but after working on this, and only this, for the past week, I am tired of it. So I'm gonna finish it tonight. And we're done. It is 4 minutes short of 24-hour mark. It is just short of 11 o'clock. And we have blanket. And I never want to do this again. No, In all honesty, it was a really easy pattern to follow because it's the same repeats of like 2 to 7 rows. That being said, I would never recommend someone to speedrun a blanket because it is exhausting. It is boring, and for a second I thought I was doing permanent damage to my hands and shoulders. That's how much I was crocheting. I don't know what I was thinking when I said I wanted to finish the blanket in 2 days. Looking back on it, that was never going to happen. Is it technically true to 6 days blanket? I would say so, yeah, if you're making it throw size. I definitely followed the trend of TikTokers and did 3 skeins of the carrot cakes, and that was far bigger than I ever needed it to be. I should have stopped at 2 cakes, and that would have been perfect size for a throw. I've been wanting to make a blanket. I made a blanket, and I never want to make another blanket again. Is this how all blanket projects feel? I wonder. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.